Hello and welcome back again to my channel. My name is Priscilla Presley and I am back again today with another exciting video. Today I'm going to be making an acne eliminating cleanser. And this cleanser is suitable also for your teenage kids with acne. As long as before you use it on them, make sure you do a patch test to make sure that they are not reacting to any kind of food allergies. And also you yourself, before you go ahead and use this cleanser, make sure you do a patch test so you don't have any reaction to it. So I'm going to carry you guys and go show you the items, the ingredients I'm going to be using in making this amazing eliminating cleanser. So please guys, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I upload a video. And please give my video a thumbs up. Thank you guys. I'll take you guys and show you what I'm going to be doing with this amazing remedy. Thank you and please keep watching. So these are the ingredients I'm going to be using in making this DIY. The first ingredient I'm going to be needing in making this thing is my sulfur powder. Sulfur powder has anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties, meaning it can help clear bacteria from the pore that would have otherwise leads to an acne, and also help to prevent new bacteria from manifesting on the skin surface. Reduces the I'm going to be using is my lemon peels. It has the abundant vitamin C and antioxidant. In orange peels, it prevents your skin from getting too oily or too dry when applied to the skin. It also works as a toner, removing dead skin cells and also tight. I'm going to be using my jojoba beads. Jojoba beads exfoliant is tough to remove dead skin cells, but gentle enough not to harm the skin. Jojoba bead exfoliant helps to clear and minimize the appearance of pores, your skin to be a better absorb all the benefit of your skincare products. So I'm going to be using this also in my product. The next ingredient I'm going to be using is my charcoal. Charcoal binds to dirt and help pull out all your pores, making them less visible. The oils and dirt that make them appear bigger. These leave your face feeling fresh. So my castle soap. Castle soap is so amazing. It naturally cleanses with special benefit. Castle soap is non-toxic, is safe to use on sensitive skin, and also can help oily skin prone. So I'm going to be using that also in my DIY. And the next ingredient I'm going to be also using is I have my honey here. And also honey is a natural antibacterial. It also great for acne treating, prevention, aging, full of antioxidant, boost complexion, and also extremely moisturizing. It soothes and also help my peppermint. Peppermint oil naturally cleanses the skin. It has antiseptic and antibacterial properties. It also have a cooling effect which soothe the irritation, inflammation due to acne. So the next ingredient I'm going to be using is my sage. Sage improves skin appearance, veins, and broken capillaries by reducing redness and also restricting capillaries properties, especially its antiseptic, astringent, and relaxing action. It is soothing to acne prone skin and our freshening toner. So I'm going to be using all the stuff I got here. They're really good stuff. So now I'm going to go ahead, now that I finished telling you what I'm going to be using, I'm going to go ahead and start with the process of making this DIY. So the first thing that I'm going to be starting with is I'm going to actually start maybe mixing with I'm going to pour some of my castor soap in first. And I also because dissolving the sulfur is very hard, so I already did dissolve some here in hot water. So if you want to dissolve yours at home, you use like lukewarm water, or else it's not going to be dissolved. it's really hard to dissolve. I'm going to go ahead and take out, and I'm going to be measuring half a cup of my castle soap here in doing this measurement. I'm not going to do too much, you know, because I have so much things already going on. So I'm going to be using half a cup of my castle soap in making this. I'm going to pour it in there. And also another thing you need to observe, make sure your environment is clean before you carry on any DIY that you're going to be using for your face, especially. You know, the face is very delicate, so make sure your environment is clean. So the next ingredient I'm going to be adding is I'm going to be adding my honey here, and I'm going to be using this thing is very hard to open. I'm going to be using 1/3 cup of no 1/3 cup of my honey. I'm going to be using 1/3 cup of honey into this mixture. So like I said, this face cleanser is very beneficial to the skin. If you have a teenage child that has acne, you could use it on your child, on your teenage child with acne. But first, make sure you do a patch test before you carry on with this DIY. And also, like if you have rashes on your bottom, you could also use it, you know, to wash up with it. Just make sure you put it on and let it sit for at least 5 or 6 minutes. You know, the max it could go 10. So after that, you just go and wash it off. So guys, try this DIY at home. I know a lot of people that have made some DIY, they do it at home, but nobody come back to, you know, give their testimony. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix the honey and also the castle soap together first before I go on with the rest of the stuff that I'm going to be using. So if you have any question concerning this DIY, please leave your comment on the comment section and I'll be responding to you as soon as possible, guys. Please. And also share my video to your friends and family so they can also benefit from this. Okay, so I'm going to cover that up, put aside. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my sulfur in it that I already diluted. I already used half a teaspoon of my sulfur into this mix, so you should take note of that. I'm going to mix it properly and it's mixed. If you do it that way, it would dissolve. My lemon powder in it. I want to make sure I mix the lemon because it's powdery. I want to make sure everything incorporates into this mixture. So I'm going to be using a tablespoon of my lemon powder. You know, the vitamin C, this serves as vitamin C and it smells really good. So I'm going to be using 1 teaspoon of that into my mix. So I'm going to make sure I mix everything to make sure everything incorporates properly before I go ahead and mix the other stuff. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I mix this before any other thing because I don't want no chunks in here. So like I said, if you have rashes on your bottom, this is very friendly to that. You could use it. And also if you have like armpit, you know, sometimes when you shave and you have those bumps on your armpit, you could also use it. This is also friendly to shaving bumps. You know, you could use it on top of your bumps. A man could use it, a woman could use it. But also as long as you make a patch test before you go ahead and use it is okay. Okay, so I've added my vitamin C, which is the lemon peel in there. So the next ingredient I'm going to be adding is I'm going to be putting half a teaspoon of my charcoal. And this is also very beneficial to the skin. Oh wait, let me just put this last. What else do I have to put? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the jojoba beads here. I'm going to be using like 2 tablespoons of my jojoba beads. This is to exfoliate the skin. So I have 1, 2 tablespoons of jojoba beads. So if you want to take note of that, I'm going to go ahead now and mix it. This kind of like dissolves so quickly, it doesn't have problems, so you don't have to worry about it clumping. It's not going to be clumps in it. So like I said, if you want to use this, just make sure whether you're using it for your acne, what you're gonna do is you put it on your face and let it sit on your face for some minutes before you go ahead and wash it off. And like I repeat, I said, please make sure you do a patch test. If you're using it on your skin, on your children's skin, or whoever is using it, make sure you do a patch test with this thing before you go ahead and use it, because I don't want someone to come and say, oh, that lady on YouTube told us to do this and do that, and then you get into problems. So please take notice of that. So the next ingredient I'm going to be putting is I'm going to be adding I already add that sage clary in here. The next thing that is remaining now is the my charcoal. I'm going to be using half a teaspoon of my charcoal into my mix, and I hate to change the color of this, but you know, charcoal has a whole lot of benefits, so we'll have to do that, because once I put charcoal, it's going to turn black. Okay, so that's my half tablespoon of my charcoal. So I'm going to go ahead and mix, and like I said, it's changed color, so everything now is black. Oh, I love it though. So this is how it looks like. It's turned black, but it's good. It's a good stuff. So guys, please, if you have any question concerning this DIY, please let me know, and I will be happy to respond to you. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm also going to be preserving this, because you know I already use water in mixing my sulfur powder. So if you have water in your product, you should know that it could go bad if you don't preserve it, because it has water content in it. I'm making sure I clean out all this thing. And another thing I forgot to tell you guys is I'm going to be adding my aloe vera powder in it. You know, this is optional. You don't have to do it, but you know, I love aloe vera and I want to incorporate that. Okay, so this is my aloe vera powder here. I'm going to be using half a teaspoon of that in here. Is it working? Okay, yeah, I'm going to be using a teaspoon of aloe vera powder. And like I said, this is optional. You don't have to do it. Very healing for the wounds. If you have any kind of acne or any kind of irritation on your skin, aloe vera is your friend, is your go-to friend. So you might want to use aloe vera in your product. So if you have the gel, it's fine. If you have the fresh aloe vera, it's all good. You could use it. I'm using the powder because I have it. You don't have to use the powder necessarily. So like I said, I'm gonna be preserving my product here. But first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and measure it to know how much preservative I need to put it based on the quantity that I have. So I'm gonna put that aside. So the only thing that is remaining now is just the peppermint, and also the peppermint. Since you're gonna be using it on your children, if the peppermint is gonna be too harsh or too minty for them, you could use spearmint if you want to. But if not, the pH level of this cleanser before I go ahead and preserve it. So this is what I'm going to do, because once I put the preservative, the pH level is going to rise. So I want to make sure I know what range of pH it is on before I go ahead and preserve it. So this is my tester here, my pH tester here that I'm going to be using. Let me see. So what we're looking for here, the proper range of pH that we need is 4.4 to 4.5. So it looks like it's going to be too alkaline. I could see the green there. It is way too alkaline. This is on 7. So we're going to have to balance the pH of this cleanser. And I could use sulfur to regulate the pH of this cleanser. So I might use this. So I'm going to go ahead now and make sure I dissolve some in a cup. And I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on a pause. And when I come back, I'll show it to you. Just please keep watching. Okay, I just changed my mind from using the sulfur. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and add another teaspoon of my lemon here, because we need to bring down the pH level. It is too alkaline. So I'm going to be putting half a cup of orange peel here, and this might also help to reduce it to, it might bring it down to the level that we're looking for. So I'm going to be pouring that there, and I'm going to stir it. I mean, I would love to use it so far, but it's just going through the process of having to dilute it before I use it. And when you dilute it so far, you have to stir it and make sure, you know, it incorporates. And all the process of doing that, I don't want to go through that. So I'm using the vitamin C to see if we could regulate it. So I'm going to go ahead and mix it properly to make sure everything incorporates before I will check again. So we're trying to balance it before I put the preservative, but once I put the preservative, it's gonna go high again. So let me check again and see what pH level is on. Let's see, look like it's still alkaline, way too alkaline. It's still on 7. It is still on 7, so it's still too high. So at this point, I have no choice, but I'm gonna go use the sulfur because I don't want to keep pouring that in here. So I'm gonna put you guys on a pause, and I'm gonna go dilute the sulfur to come back so I could use it to balance the pH of this. Okay, so this is me here trying to dissolve the sulfur before I go ahead and pour it in the product to balance the pH. So this is it. This is how it looks like. It's yellowish. So mix. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead now and pour it in. Let's see if everything will be regulated. And mix together. Make sure I scoop everything out. I want no remnants in there. Okay, everything out. Okay. Another alternative again, if you have a high pH, like I did with my other DIY that I did with my green soap, you can also use lactic acid, but in this case, since we're going to be using, if you're going to be using it on your child, you don't need to put lactic acid in it. So, but lactic acid will be another option for you to help to regulate your product. So I'm going to go ahead now and again and check to see what pH range is on now. I'm going to be using my pH tester here to test it. It is still alkaline. I think I need to put, I'm going to go ahead and put a half tablespoon of my lemon. I'll just try, you know, whichever way works. I'm going to be putting half a teaspoon of my lemon peel powder. To see if I can bring this thing down. Okay, so this is what we got to go through. Try to do things right, you know. Nothing good comes easy. So make sure I mix everything together. And let me put you guys on a pause again, and I'll come back 1 minute. Okay, so I finally got to balance the pH. It took me like forever. I used the lemon peels, I went back and using the sulfur, and I ended up using vitamin C to a point where I used even apple cider vinegar. It was so hard to get this thing to balance, but finally it worked. So we have it at 5.0, which is okay, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead now and put it in my jars here. They're clean. This is where I'm gonna be storing them. So I also already preserve my face cleanser. I use 1 tablespoon of my preservative in it. So if you ever find yourself in my situation today, you just have to try whatever works. But make sure before you go ahead and try anything, you should try, if it is vitamin C you want to put in, just put a little bit and make sure you check before you go back again and add more, because if you add too much, we're trying to bring it down to 5. If you have too much, it might go back to too acidic. So you want to try it step by step and just make sure you get to the range that you're looking for. So, but guys, I thank you guys so much for being patient with me. And this is the outcome of the soap. It's here. I ended up with a whole ton of product here. That is why it's always very good to start with a smaller batch, because that way then you could work your way up, because it got to a point where I have to add more castle soap because I felt like the soap wasn't forming anymore, So if you're in that kind of a situation, I feel like it's not lathering anymore, you could just go ahead and add more soap. And also the castle soap has a pH of 9 in it, so I guess maybe this is why it is skyrocketing up like that. That is why the pH is so high. Maybe I'll find an alternative not to use the castle soap next time for my base. I might use something else because I don't want to have to go through this. I'll just walk my way around and see what other alternative that I have to make this soap without the castle soap. Make this cleanser without the castle soap next time, because it has a very high pH. So I'm gonna go ahead now and put my stuff in the jar, and then we'll be done. That will be it for this video. So guys, please, you should subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also like and share my video. I thank you guys so much for your patience and time. I appreciate everything you're doing for me. Thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. So I'm gonna go ahead now and put it in my jar, and like I said,